What's going on, guys? Hey, I just want to talk for a few minutes about the Line 6 G30 wireless unit that I've used for acoustic guitar. Not sure what the release date was on this or all the specs. You can, of course, look them up, but I want to say that we've had this probably about 10 years or so. And I think it transmits on the, I don't know if that's the 2.4 gigahertz, I think it's digital, wireless again. A lot of you are into that kind of way more than I am. I just want good quality sound, and I want it to be reliable. And I'm kind of plug and play guy. I just want to get there, set up, and forget about it. So here's my here's my thing with this. Let's talk about distance. Never had a problem with distance at any of the small shows or bigger shows, inside or outside, wherever I've needed to go with it or walk around with the guitar. For the most part, isn't really that far. There are a couple songs to do, especially if we know people or got people that really engage, kind of go out and step by them or something like that while I do a song that Aaron sings or something. So, and why else do I like wireless for even small shows? Honestly, I am done with tripping over guitar lines, guitar cables plugged in to the mixer. So this is quick, simple. Get there, plug it in, and be done with it. So for range, I've got absolutely no problems with it for stuff that we do. A couple issues, unfortunately, are reliability. And maybe this, like I said, a lot of you out there are way more versed than I am in it. Maybe this falls into the kind of a cluttered 2.4 or the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth thing, when people show up and stuff like that. But we can go do an outside show with this, and it can be absolutely flawless. We played at other people's houses before, doing whatever events they hired us for, and it's been flawless. And then we did events to where couldn't get through the whole show without the signal dropping. And again, all the normal stuff, not even far from the receiver. And no blockage or anything that I know of with the receiver. So again, maybe it's a Wi-Fi signal. Maybe Wi-Fi don't even know affect these. I don't know, but maybe it was a Bluetooth thing or whatever the issue is. Unfortunately, we did have some mishaps even outside, and not what I thought wasn't too cluttered of an area. And then inside shows, we can get through a night and have no cutouts, no dropouts whatsoever. And then sometimes we're playing along and it'll break off for a quick second, and then sometimes it does a couple times, and Aaron looks at me and I'm like, I know, you just kind of go over it because not everybody is hearing a guitar drop out like we are as musicians, right? We're into this stuff, so we hear it. So because of that, and I see you got your 6 different channels here that you can go through. We've tried the different channels at times, and unfortunately that I recall not seemed to correct the problem. Maybe it did. So I just can't say for reliability it's been 100%, but maybe it's something that I've did. Again, I just like to set it up. Usually keep it on channel 1 and it's flawless. Sometimes turn transmitter and receiver to 2 or 3, whatever it takes, and try to get through the night. But again, this hasn't happened every time. And if it was a full band situation, you would probably hear it, but it's not. Especially with acoustic rhythm, you're not going to hear it as much as when that acoustic guitar is kind of the solo instrument. So we have had some of those problems, unfortunately, to speak of. So whether it's again a cluttered area, whether it's user error, I'm not sure, but I have experienced that. The other thing too, and I think this at one point was a known problem, was the before I get to this, let me tell you real quick. The cable tone right here, where you can switch it to off. I believe it, and then you have a 15 and a 30 feet of cable. I've always left that to off for acoustic guitar purposes, and it seemed to suit everything just fine. So that's where I've left the cable tone switch that you may be able to see right here. So again, just on the receiver here, you have 3-position cable tone and then a 6-position channel or frequency selection. selector. Yeah, it says right here, yeah, 2.4 gigahertz digital wireless system. So, showed it. So, and the same thing here, you have your 6 different channels to select here to match up with the receiver. So, and then on top here, simple on and off switch. I've not had a problem with that switch whatsoever. It's been fine. It's been flawless. In case you don't know, in case you haven't had a wireless or consider going to it, if you go to these, you're going to simply just plug this into your power drop. And yeah, on this unit right here, it automatically comes on. Just make sure the channels are matching right here. And then this unit plugs into your guitar. I simply just throw this right on the strap with this supplied clip right here, and then obviously plug into your guitar. And then you got a patch cable from whatever size you need. I've always used just like a maybe a 3-foot one, because honestly I never had this. I don't use a pedal board or anything, so I never had it on a pedal board. So I just actually would always just keep this up somewhat by the mixer, somewhere close to where that patch cord could connect to it. So again, turn it on, set it, forget about it, and you know, most of the time, you know, it's doing good, except for the bad times that I spoke of with the random dropouts. So the door on this, I think it's been a known issue to where the door would go bad, wouldn't seat the batteries correctly, so you wouldn't be able to get your power on. So I tried a couple different things. You see I got a piece of Velcro right here still. I throw some Velcro here and another strap. I actually still got some of this Velcro right here too, to see how that would work. When I would change batteries, if I didn't wrap the Velcro really tight, I noticed that this door would still be a little bit loose, and then sometimes just turn it on and it don't come on. So what I did, I just took a cable tie here. Put this probably did this 2 or 3 years ago. Put a cable tie on and just secured it pretty tight. And then if you can see there, again, just got the cable tie there, just snugged up really good. And I'm assuming this right here is part of the probably antenna to transmit the signal, but it is, all the issues we were having were before this, so I have no reason to believe that this touching the antenna here, especially being plastic, has done anything to it. So anyways, that's what I did. In case you got one, maybe you've come up with a solution for it as well. To change a battery, I simply just slide this forward and then pop the 2 AA's out. Little mismatch AA's right now. This has been relegated to or regulated to just kind of rehearsal use now. If you've seen the other video with a couple weeks ago with the Epiphone guitar, this is what I was using for that demo on there. In case you want to check that out, for what tone and stuff this delivers along with that guitar, with nothing else really in the signal chain. So yeah, that's it for user review. The range has been great. Unfortunately, reliability I can't say has been 100%. This has probably upset me a time or two. It may have got thrown or dropped really hard, I'm not sure, but still worked the same afterwards, so I will give it credit for that. So, but again, even like the microphone video I did, predictability, reliability is kind of big for me. So, last summer we went to a Shure, I think it's the GLXD instrument wireless, the pedal version. So I don't want to jinx anything, you know how that goes, but so far so good with that. For all the practice and for as many shows as we've had since maybe around August or so of last summer up through last year, and then I think we just had one in January. We got one coming up this Saturday night too, but so far so good with that. So, and I think that's a 2.4 as well system. So, but you know, with updates and technology and being able to switch the internal switching and stuff like that to find different channels, you know, maybe that's allowed it to work a little bit better. So I'll have to get that out, kind of do a review on that. Maybe I just like having some time under my belt. You know, like I said, this one I'm guessing is like 10 years. So I can speak to this pretty good. You know, and unfortunately there has been times where we've just taken this off like after the first or second set and just went back to guitar cable. So um, again, if you've never used one of these before, or any brand or any version, it's always good to have a backup plan. And so the backup plan is just the standard guitar cable. Got it in the gear bag, and most of the times haven't needed it, but there has been a couple times we went back to the cable with these. So battery life, 2 AA's. What I would always do with this is before a show, 2 fresh batteries, go do the show. It's no problem. Don't even gotta think about it or worry about it. I forgot what the specs are, how long they're supposed to last. But again, 2 fresh batteries for every show, and when in between, for practices and stuff like that. There's all depending on what gear I have at the time. A lot of times I use our normal gigging stuff, like maybe many of you do, to practice with too. So I just leave the 2 AA's in here, practice with them. If we're real busy and it's a show every week, then obviously I change them once a week. And sometimes if I go practice by myself or with Aaron or something, maybe I'm just in there for a half hour, 45 minutes. I mean, I definitely get a lot more practice time out of the original batteries that we gig with. So. I don't know. I have no complaints about the battery time. It is what it is, right? You put them in and they drain and they do their job, and you replace them, right? Unless you got rechargeables. So I hope that kind of covers it. Again, I like the unit. It's short, light, it's small, it's light. Throw in the bag, get it out, plug it in, throw your lead here into your mixer, and ready to go. I've been happy with that. The only thing, and you know what? I don't even care about the battery door thing. I'm happy with it right now, to be quite honest with you. I got no gripes about it. It is what it is. So no gripes about that. We just had to change due to reliability. So, and again, even with that GLX, that Shure model, I like, originally found a channel, and I know a lot of you may say, well, you need to scan for channels and stuff like that at the beginning of each show, or what area that you're in. And fortunately, we haven't had to do that yet. To be honest with you, we don't even have to do that with the old, when I did the SM58 review, we don't even have to do that with the older Shure PGX analog wireless mics. So they just work. So I don't get too much into that. So I just want it to work. And again, if it's a user error on my part, then I guess it is, and maybe I can learn from it. But again, you only got 6 channels, and sometimes we have changed those channels, and then and maybe a couple times it did get us through the end. But as sometimes as the dropouts, even in the practice room, there is no Wi-Fi, there is no Bluetooth. I actually rarely use that actually. So there's nothing on in our practice room. Could it be something from a neighboring house or something like that? I guess so. But we've even had the dropouts in there to where we haven't with the Shure model. So again, it is what it is. Overall, if I had to gig with it again, yep, I would take my chances with it. But I got the cable standing there at the ready in case we need it. So, but this is a great practice unit right now. Maybe for bigger special stuff that we do, maybe I'll throw this in the bag just as another backup, because I do hate being wired when it comes to the guitar. But anyways, I hope that sums it up. Again, if you guys never had one before, I just use the supplied clip. Just throw it on the guitar strap, plug her in, secure this however you want, plug her in, and plug this unit in right here with the supplied power supply here, and then just run your little patch cord. If you got this mounted to a pedal board or something, obviously you may need a 15 or 20 footer, but like I said, I think ours is 2.5 or 3 foot or something, and I just keep it near the mixer. So for the most part, over the 10 years, it's been great, done great, but unfortunately, there's been times it's really upset me, when it's not been totally reliable. So anyways, hope that helps out a little bit. I think I covered everything from a long-time user of this, and I'm sure in time maybe I'll get that the GLXD on here and review that maybe after a couple more gigs or something and be able to talk about that. But so far so good with that. And like I said, for all I know, just with because I think with the wireless systems, I think there's technologies now to where it kind of switches inside. I mean, so quickly. It seems like I've read that to where it needs to find a different channel in some certain spectrum or something like that. If you guys know more about that, I mean, please comment below. It'll help educate me a little bit on it, and maybe some others. So, but anyways, Line 6 G30. Still use it for practice. I would take my chances to gig with it, but the new one, the GLX, has been so far so good. So we'll see how that goes. So hope that helps, and we'll catch you guys next time. Let me know if there's certain things that you guys would like to see or review or stuff like that, and try to get to them. So, all right, be good. Do good shows. See ya.